Kuma has a conditioned response that when he sees other dogs that he completely ignores his handler and will start fixating on the dog. Whether this is because he usually says hi to dogs or that he's a little concerned, doesn't really matter. My goal here is to teach him that when he sees another dog, that he should look up at me. I'm also tossing the treat back and forth as a reward so that sometimes we go away from the dog, relieving that pressure a little bit, and then other times we come closer to the dog, making it a little bit harder for him. So you can see after a few times of getting closer, we then retreat and kind of hang back a little further. Here we're in a new location, and same thing, we're going to try to go a little close. There are some dogs walking on the trail just off screen, and you notice that when I show him the treat, he's what's called sticky. He is sticky to the dogs that are passing by. So what I would like is that if I bring a treat to his nose or if I say his name, that he can turn his head away. If he can't do that, I can't ask for more complicated behaviors. So there was a particularly excited dog that had gone by, which made it a little bit harder for him initially. But as you see, he starts to get better and better at looking away. So my goal, same thing as that first clip, is that we're going to approach and retreat. This also teaches him to turn away and move away when he sees a dog that he maybe isn't comfortable with. This is a skill that we find, as people is obvious. If you're not comfortable with something, you walk away. But dogs oftentimes have to be taught this skill because they get too close and then they get stuck where they are. So we're practicing approaching, looking at me, and then retreating here. It is important to not have him say hi to every dog he sees when out and about. In fact, it is more important to teach him that when he sees a dog to divert his attention back onto you. We don't want to have him say hi to every single dog because that does two things. One, it creates an expectation that when he sees a dog, he has to go up to them. And if it is a dog that he is not happy with or not interested in, he may think that he has to go up anyway because he doesn't really have any other skills when he sees a dog. The other thing that happens is even if it's a dog he likes, it will be more and more and more difficult to get his attention whenever he sees a dog if his expectation is to say hi. Now in this setup, we actually do a greeting and we do it in a safe, controlled way. So I get a chance to sit there and have him see the other dog, and you see his tail's wagging and he seems pretty interested in the dog. However, when we do let them say hi, I'm not going to let them say hi for longer than 3 seconds. If it's a dog that he has never met, this is a controlled greeting. You don't want to let them linger for too long. Playing on a leash can create some defensive behavior from either dog because they feel confined. You also don't know how that other dog will respond or if Kuma will like that dog. So it's important that if you do choose to say hi to that dog, that first we can get some kind of eye contact before it happens, and you limit the greeting to 3 seconds. I use his name before I release him to say hi. Make sure he can give some kind of eye contact, and then we choose to do a greeting 3 seconds, and then I call him away and reward him as we leave. This way, we keep things short and sweet, and there's no time to escalate any behavior. I also want to make sure that only one time in 100 times he sees a dog will he actually greet